Everyone has many memories where you'd want to experience something forever. Whether it be fun memories, time with your parents, hanging out with your old friends, playing some COD with the boys, you most likely want it to just stay like that forever. Not changing one bit, simply having fun, joking around. However, time moves and, well, people change. Over time, people lose interest in certain things and just fall apart altogether. That includes playing your favorite games that you used to like and even your relationships with those friends that you thought were your BFFs. Your Lie in April is a 22-episode anime TV series that I felt had that message. The stellar animation with beautiful music and amazing voice acting. It's an anime that, to be honest, I thought was a normal slice of life with music on the side. Maybe like a haiku, but that's what I thought the anime was all about. I came in this journey with no expectations, and the only thing that really attracted me to the anime itself is the trailer. The trailer, at least for me, had showed what I needed to see before watching the anime itself. Not spoiling too much, yet showed enough to the point where I am attracted to the plot itself. But when I came out after the ending, I just bawled crying. It left me so on edge the entire day, and even when I was just talking with my parents, made me cry like a bitch when I was in my room. It's an amazing show that just hits different to me. Now for those of you who are watching this video that hasn't watched this anime yet, I definitely recommend you so. Not only because I am going to be spoiling some really big parts of the show, but also because it's a fucking masterpiece of a TV series.
Finally, some good fucking food.
Yeah, anyways. The main plot centers around a 14-year-old piano prodigy named Kosei Arima in a friend group of 3, which their names are Tsubaki Sawabe and Ryota Watari. Tsubaki Sawabe was basically the fucking Toradora of this friend group. Ryota Watari is the Riz god of this friend group, getting every chick he can, playing football, and even giving tips to Arima on how to deal with a girl. These 3 are what I call a friend group. One really smart one really obnoxious, and another, well, he's just a giga chat in it. They have their great moments and bad moments, but at the end of the day, they're still good friends. One day, Arima was approached by Tsubaki, asking him if he could accompany her, hanging out with Ryota and another girl, which by some coincidence, also played classical music. He was intrigued at first, but after talking with Tsubaki for a little more, he was quite interested and decided to join the hangout. The next day, once he arrived at the location, he saw weird clothes hanging on the trees. Wait, doesn't that sound like another first episode from another popular anime? I don't know. Anyways, he then heard this piece playing in the background played by Kaori Miyazono. Approaching the girl, he saw his views bursting with color, and then remembering the quote from Tsubaki whilst going back from school the day before. The girl that played classical music, which is Kaori, well, Arima had that reaction with her. Watari and Tsubaki came back, and Watari was all trying to pull up Kaori up, while Tsubaki introduces Arima as friend A. At this point, Watari and Kaori quote-unquote liked each other now, and Arima thought that there was no way that he and Kaori would be able to get together. However, that was still giving me like, oh my gosh, when is this show going to actually get started? But then once the episode was about to end, Kaori said that she was going to perform in a stage with her violin. Now I love me some good performances. If you know Keion or Oshinoko for example, I absolutely adored song performances being animated and shown in a cool way. Anyways, once I heard that Kaori was going to perform some violin, I was expecting some like normal pace grading shit that you'd hear in a school assembly or so, and since they were literally 14. At least, that's what I thought. Once I saw Kaori getting ready, I was all hyped up however. I remember seeing the high score of this anime and I could see why the series was getting praised, but I was still at episode 2, and as the last violinist played his piece, it was time for Kaori to play hers. And I would show the performance, but like, it's copyrighted and I can't really show it. I spent over 3 hours trying to, but it wouldn't work, so yeah. Until an episode that completely left me speechless and made me question about the times with my friends, my classmates, everyone that I had ever talked to contemplating on my future somehow. For my life, and I don't want to get too personal here, I've been wanting to stay in an endless loop of satisfaction for my entire life. The time that I spend with my family members and the time that I spend with all my friends are but a fraction of how long we all live. And that's the main problem. Sometimes I wish in life that I could just spend a little more time with them in the past. Just a little more. Playing with my old mates in some nostalgic game like Minecraft, talking about random shit that you'd think is dull but for me was incredibly interesting and usually made fun of. The times where I just enjoyed the time we had together. And I know this might sound off topic, but for me it kind of resonates with this series overall. Especially for Tsubaki in some episodes where she just wished she could stay by Arima's side forever. I kind of related that to one of my friends back then. However, everyone knows time is always moving. No one can escape the passage of time, and since that's the case, my friends that I thought that I would still be talking to left. one by one. And that's how I just felt related with Kaori. Kaori's wish to be by Arima's side, just playing the violin as she does, and enjoying the performances and the emotions she gives to the audience is an incredible thing that the author somehow demonstrated it perfectly. Of course, my reasons and hers are light years away of being similar for that matter, but I just felt like it's somehow correlated. And so that's why I think that memories are an integral part of this anime, how it relates with the characters built in the series and how this show orchestrates it from the first episode all the way to its last. The character development from Arima, the build up from Tsubaki, the writing of the dialogue, all of it. Well, all of it just to be a memory. The way I left the show got me deep. The ending of how the letter was written, how it felt too real, too damn realistic that I broke. There was one moment in this series where the mom was incredibly worried about Arima's future and wanted him to have a higher chance of achieving a better one. Through relentless practice on the piano and abuse, she knew that it's not what a good mom would do, yet she still thought that she needed to do it. Until the moment where Arima just had enough and just wished for his mom to just die.
練習したのにお母さんに元気になってほしかっただけなのに喜んでほしかっただけなのにそれなのにお前なんか死んじゃえばいいんだ
The moments where you realize that you thought you would have a thing forever, the moments that you took for granted, the people that you most likely meet every day, talk to every day, or even play games with every day, are the ones where the memories will stick to you for a very long time. And once you do lose those people and those relationships that you had taken for granted, are the ones where you would be left feeling empty and sort of trapped in a box of darkness for a long time. And I haven't felt those emotions until watching this masterpiece of a show. However, as time goes on and people of course change, so do you, so do I, and so do everyone else in this world. The moment when you realize that the memories of your best friends or some other relationships that could still be cured by just talking to someone else that somehow made you feel like you are worth something, are times where you feel so fulfilled that you might just feel better after watching this cry porn of an anime. And I think that's what makes the show an extremely special place in my heart, and how this video was how I coped with the ending of this anime.